Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back. Brandon Grimes here in studio. We got Logan Briggs in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Gulf Coast Roofing, our roofing expert contributor. We're going to talk about the insurance industry, what's happening there. We're also going to discuss the different types of roofs that you might want to consider and how they work with roofers coming up here on the program. Before we do, quick shout out to our friends at Bilmar Beach Resort, the official hotel partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. The beautiful Bilmar Beach Resort, Treasure Island, Florida. Book directly with Clyde Smith. He's the general manager. Let him know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you. Take him up on special offers and incentives just by mentioning that you're a fan of the Consumer Quarterback Show. BilmarBeachResort.com. Wonderful place to stay. 90% of the rooms are overlooking the Gulf of Mexico. BilmarBeachResort.com. Longtime friend of the Consumer Quarterback Show. All right, a couple of hot listings here from the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty, featuring our real estate listings in ways other real estate companies don't. 6901 46th Avenue North, St. Pete. This is a mixed-use commercial property / residential property. You have about 40 to 50,000 vehicles a day passing by on this busy thoroughfare, so it'd be great to relocate your business here. It's mixed use, 2 separate buildings, corner lot location, and you have a great opportunity also for outdoor storage. You have suitable for an RV or boat or work truck investment opportunity as well. 6901 46th Avenue North, St. Petersburg, mixed use commercial property from the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. 64414 4th Palm Point, St. Pete Beach. Another waterfront beauty from the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, 2280 square feet. This one is on St. Pete Beach. So it's a great opportunity to bring your boat, your jet ski. Look at that view. You have a beautiful waterfront view out of your lanai. Overlooking the Boca Ciega Bay. It has that kind of like that infinity edge setup. So you got your pool, your boat dock, your boat lift. Bring your boat, bring your jet skis. Enjoy that Florida lifestyle to the fullest. 75 feet of water frontage with a dock that comes with water and electric connection. 6441 4th Palm Point, St. Pete Beach. And you can see all of our listings at PlatinumCoastalElite.com. Check out PlatinumCoastalElite.com.
Plasma getting bigger, Jesus getting smaller. Spill a cup of coffee, make $1 million.
All right, we got Logan Briggs in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Gulf Coast Roofing, welcome back, sir.
Hey guys, how we doing today?
Excellent.
Good to be in studio.
Yes, sir. Blessed and highly favored, man. And yeah, you staying busy out there?
Oh yeah, it's nonstop. Doing a lot of roofing as much as we can before hurricane season gets here, and the rains start coming every day. So my crews are out there working hard. They're enjoying that extra hour of sunlight we have now and the great weather we're having too.
Yeah. You get that extra hour of sunlight. I've always wondered about the daylight savings time. What's going on with that? Like, so you get an extra hour in the evening, but you're shorted in the morning.
Right.
So it's kind of like, and then sometimes when what I hate about the wintertime is like 5:30 and it's already sunsetting.
Yeah. Now it gets dark early, but now we're getting a little bit of that sunlight, and the guys continue to work as much as they can and as hard as they can too. So
Longer hours.
It's been good. Yeah.
Yep. Summer hours are coming. Those dog days of summer, as they say. So Gulf Coast Roofing, tell me a bit about, because a lot of our business, you have real estate. Gulf Shield Roofing. I'm sorry, I said the wrong thing.
It's all good. I was going to get you.
Gulf Shield Roofing. I got it wrote on my paper. It's like the Ron Burgundy thing. Like if you write it down wrong, Shield.
He'll
Roofing.
read anything.
Yeah, he'll read it. So Gulf Shield Roofing here. So when you look at the working with realtors, you have realtors and you have these inspection reports that come back, right? Mm-hmm. There's issues there, and a lot of it's related to insurance, and then that's a reason why you can't get the mortgage. So these are issues that you have come up from time to time. Talk us through some of that.
Yeah, no, I mean, a while back, about 2 years ago, that the market was a little different than it is now, right? So homeowners were they weren't doing inspections, they were buying as is, and now with the market changing a little bit, homeowners are getting those inspections and the roof is becoming a topic. I would say about 85% of the time, the roof is going to be something that is going to be brought up in the negotiation, right? Whether that is something that you want the current seller to do on the spot or to do the repair, but also I'm seeing inspectors. Inspectors are flagging a lot of roofs. That can be good or bad, depending on if you're the buyer or the seller. But regardless, I mean, it's coming up in every report that I'm seeing. And one of the major issues is that we're able to do some repair work, right? So you don't always have to get a full replacement in order to keep the roof, to be able to get it past that 4-point. So we do offer repairs, and we can usually get those done within about 48 to 72 hours. We'll be able to knock that out. But most importantly, it's something that you definitely want to start planning for if you plan on selling your home.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, how do they, because a lot of times in those reports, it'll come down to the estimated life remaining. How does one estimate? How does a home inspector or yourself, how do you estimate the amount of time that a roof will have on it?
Yeah, so it's not that I can tell you however long I feel, right? But at the end of the day, it's
subjective.
it's what that home inspector is going to write. That's what the insurance company is going to listen to. That's what the bank's going to listen to, and that's where they're really going to make their decision. However, what we're seeing out there is that a lot of home inspectors, 99% of them are not licensed roofers, so they don't know exactly what to look for. So they need to consult with us. They need to reach out and ask those questions because they can really make or break a sale of a home. So what you're seeing is a lot of times they might get in the attic and they might see, some discoloration on the plywood decking and think there's a roof leak. I would just deal with a home over in Trinity with that, and the roof was fine. There was no active leak, but he was able to shut down the whole real estate transaction because of that.
Wow.
So it's really important to get a roofer involved, to get out there, to have that inspection, get that estimate, understand kind of what their point of view is, so that when you do come across one of those inspectors that might be, overstepping, or it might not understand exactly what he's looking for, then you can also have it backed up with one of our inspections.
Yeah, it makes sense. And then you also have solar on the roof from time to time. Talk to me about that, because is that an option where some people fear when they put solar on the roof that it's going to pierce through and there's going to be leaks? Have you seen a lot of that?
Oh, yeah. We've done just did another project in Trinity with that, where we had to remove the solar panels and then repair the leak and then put the solar panels back on. Yeah, so solar panels are, they're great, right? They're green, it's more of a feel good kind of addition onto your home, because in the long run, it could create more problems for you, right? Especially if you have a contractor install them incorrectly, right? Because what they're doing is they're going straight through your roof into the trusses. And if they miss the truss, which they do, they have to seal that gap up, seal that hole, and then they move over an inch or, left or right to hit the truss. So in reality, you got to make sure you're using a very, very well-known, established solar company or installer, because it can create a lot of problems for you, especially if you go to sell your home. Because it was a major repair. It was about $2,500 repair that we had to do. And it's stressful for everybody involved, right? Yeah. The homeowner doesn't want to go through it. Then the seller's kind of questioning everything. But we provide a lot of photos and a lot of pictures. And we also provide a warranty for up to 1 year, sometimes 2 years, depending on the repair and the condition of the roof, that will warranty our work too. So that also helps the buyers have a little bit more, confidence that they got it done correctly.
Yeah, and that $2,000 or $3,000 repair, that's something you aren't necessarily going to run through your insurance. It's going to be out of pocket.
Right. Yeah, you don't have time either, right? The insurance process, with us usually is about 4 week long process.
Right.
And that's if everything goes smoothly. Right. The insurance companies don't like things to go smoothly anymore, right? So sometimes, depending on your situation, they can really make it last, instead of 4 weeks, 4 months. And you don't have time for that when you're in a real estate transaction.
Yep, absolutely. We're talking with Logan Briggs here, Gulf Shield Roofing, on the Consumer Quarterback Show. He's the owner of the company and a family-run business, small business here in Tampa Bay. And I think you mentioned last time how many youngins you got. So you got to support. You're coaching soccer too, right?
He's coaching lacrosse, lacrosse, and I've got cheer and dance and tumbling, and so I have 3 daughters.
3 daughters.
So they're keeping me on the move. Yeah. So I got weddings to pay for, schools to pay for. So
support the local economy.
Yeah, we're building a lot of roofs.
The Consumer Quarterback Show here and our expert contributors. So let's talk about the different roof types. You got comparisons there. You got shingle. You have the barrel tile, those tile, the kind of clay. Sometimes they'll call them terracotta. And then you also have metal. What's your preference?
Yeah, so I hold strong with shingle. In this market, the price point for shingle is going to be the most competitive when you're looking at all 3 of those roofing systems. Yep. Also, it's readily available.
Yeah. Right.
So you can get it installed the next week if you want to. Tile is about 3 to 4 months out. sometimes 6 months out, depending on the profile and the color that you pick, right? Because it's all custom made. So, there's a lot of delays there. Also, a tile roof might take 2 weeks to install when a shingle might take 1 to 2 days, right? So you're dealing with a contractor on your property. The process is a lot longer. But, unfortunately or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, the HOAs require it, right? So you've got to have tile. You can't go up there and replace that tile with shingle. In some circumstances, they want all tile. So, it really depends on your HOA, but also, your home too, right? So if your home has shingles on it, that doesn't mean you can put tiles on it. Right, they're much heavier roofing system, so you have to have the structural stability of a good truss system to support the tiles. So a lot of times you have to get a structural engineer involved. It does say it can't be done, but the process is a lot longer and a lot more stressful and a lot more expensive. But shingle to tile, it's very complicated, but tile to shingle is not at all. There's no extra hoops we have to jump through, and we see a lot of homeowners go from tile or the concrete tile, the terracotta, to asphalt shingles because there's no delay. Right on the process. You might have an extra day of construction because you have to get all those tiles off the roof. But for the most part, the process is pretty simple, and it'll save the homeowners a lot of money.
And the third type is the metal. Yeah,
metal roofing is becoming extremely popular. Especially after any kind of major storm like Hurricane Ian. You're definitely seeing in the Naples market, Fort Myers market becoming a lot more popular. But it's also making its way up here. We tend to do a lot more new construction with the standing steel, like black roofs, which you would think is, oh my gosh, you can't have a black roof, right? But, actually the metal does a great job actually reflecting, but then it also releases heat a lot quicker than the asphalt shingle. So, if you're looking at the comparison of the pros and cons, the metal is going to be a lot more energy efficient for your home than any of the systems, but it's also going to be about double the price of asphalt shingles.
Wow. Yeah, absolutely. Now, you mentioned also, Logan, that you have a warranty because you're using Owens Corning.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we're an Owens Corning preferred contractor, right? So we have a screening process we have to go through. We have to be financially stable. We have to have a certain level of customer service that meets their standard in order to get that. And if you're dealing with any roofing contractor, you really want to make sure that they have some kind of certified certification with a manufacturer, right? If they come into your house and they just drop a bunch of marketing junk on your table and say, hey, pick out your shingle, you're probably not dealing with a very experienced contractor. That could be good or bad, but it's just, you want to make sure that your contractor's partnered up with a very, very reputable manufacturer.
Right.
And the big three that we see in the residential re-roofing segment is going to be GAF, Owens Corning, or CertainTeed. Owens Corning by far is a superior product, especially for our market. It's manufactured in Jacksonville. It's designed for Florida homes, and their level of quality and service is just going to be superior to the other ones.
Yeah. Now, talk to me about when you look at the warranty, you look at the insurance regulations. We talked a little bit about insurance before. What are you seeing potentially with the insurance? And we've also had public adjusters on the show. We've got a great public adjuster, Derek Coble. Have you worked with those adjusters? Have you seen those types of scenarios play out as well?
Yeah, I've actually worked with Derek on a couple claims. And when Derek's coming into a claim situation, you feel confident that you're going to get what the insurance company owes you. That's the thing. Like, insurance companies understand that homeowners might not necessarily know exactly what's going on or even what that insurance process is like. So when you partner up with an experienced roofer like us at Gulf Shield, you're going to get that. You're going to get a very thorough education on what the process is like, and then we're going to guide you from the start of that claim all the way through construction. And that's important. You'll see a lot of blue tarps waving in the air, right? And you'll see them up there, and they're ragged. They're in the neighbor's yard. There's sandbags up there. They're sliding off the roof. Yeah, that's because the roofer probably came there, tarped the roof, and then hasn't communicated with the homeowner. They're not going back to adjust the roof. You have a lot of roofers out there that just don't follow homeowners through the process, so they get guys like Derek involved to help them get through the finish line to get their claim finished and not only properly funded, to get everything that's included with their claim taken care of by the insurance company. Because no matter what, you're going to pay your deductible, but the insurance company also knows that a lot of homeowners don't understand the difference between peel and stick underlayment and then synthetic underlayment. A three-dimensional architectural shingle versus a three-tab. And they can save money that way by paying out on a claim because of the homeowner's not educated right. So getting with Gulf Shield Roofing, we're going to walk the homeowner through what we can get them, but also the upgrades that can come with that, and get them the best roofing system. So when the roof is completed, they'll be able to have a lower insurance premium because of it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Now, is this all cash up front? Or are you doing some type of financing for folks too? Do you work with them?
Yeah, different scenarios, different strokes for different folks, right? So more oftentimes, customers are paying out of pocket, check, cash. We take all major credit cards too, but we also offer financing as well, right? From financing your deductible of $1,000 all the way up to a $100,000 tile roof. It really depends on what the homeowner needs, and we'll work with them. Also, we do some really cool things that we're able to be paid at closing too. I just did a repair for a homeowner. We did the repair 2 days ago. Their closing is today, and we'll go pick up the check from the title company.
Perfect.
So we're very flexible when it comes to homeowners because we understand it's a lot of money, and a lot of it's unexpected. Right. You get that letter from the insurance company, or a storm comes through, and all of a sudden you're dealing with deductibles, you're dealing with insurance companies. It can be stressful. Yeah. But at Gulf Shield Roofing, we're going to really walk and give that white glove treatment.
Yeah. And there's a lot of no-name storms coming up in this summer, so be ready for it, folks. Talk to Logan Briggs, Gulf Shield Roofing. How do you want people to connect with you?
Yes, sir. 813-599-0428. That's my cell phone. That's my direct line. You can text, call. Also my email, logan@gulfshieldroofing.com. Check out our website, gulfshieldroofing.com. And then also on Instagram, Facebook. We're on all the socials too.
Gulfshieldroofing.com. Gulf Shield, not golf like the golf course, and not like what I said earlier.
No, like the Gulf of Mexico.
There you go. Good stuff. All right. Hey, always a pleasure having you, man.
Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. All right, coming back, we're going to talk with our restaurant partner right here in Pinellas County, Doug Clark, on the Consumer Quarterback Show, online at consumerqb.com.
This is Warwick Dunn, and you're listening to the Real Estate Quarterback Show, hosted by my man, Brandon.